Hello everyone, welcome to my episode. Today, we're gonna talk about the origin and development of tea culture. If anybody asks you, where did tea first appear? How could you answer it? China is the hometown of tea and the first country to discover and use tea. According to botanic classification, tea is a species of chamomile in CAC. It originated in Yunnan, Guizhou Plateau in southwest China about 1 million years ago. The origin of tea has two meanings. The first is the botanical origin of tea, that is, when did tea tree appear on the earth as a plant? And where did it distribute in the world? As for the origin region of tea trees in the world, it is generally recognized that Yunnan, Guizhou, Sichuan, Chongqing in southwest China is the origin center of tea trees, which spread to the middle and lower reaches of Yangtze River and southeast coastal areas after passing through Sichuan in southwest China. That is to say, Yunnan, Guizhou Plateau in southwest China is the origin center of tea trees. Firstly, the mountain area of southwest China is the distribution center of chamomile plants. In the world, there are more chamomile plants in this area than in other countries. Secondly, there are more wild tea plants in the mountainous area of southwest China. Now, we have found that the largest wild tea plants in Yunnan, Guizhou Plateau are much more than those in other countries. Nowadays, wild tea plants have been found in more than 2,000 places in 10 provinces of China, and 70% of them are concentrated in Yunnan, Guizhou, and Sichuan. Thirdly, there are many types of tea trees in the mountainous area of southwest China. Firstly, the mountainous areas of southwest China are the earliest places where tea is used. Fifthly, there are two pronunciations about tea in the world. One is tea, which is come from Minlan dialect. Another one, such as day in French and day in German, comes from Chinese dialect and spread from China. Sixth, the tea seed fossils found in Guizhou in 1980, according to the Nanjing Institute of Paleontology, Chinese Academy of Science, are 200 to 5 million years old. The above 6 facts shows that tea originated in China. Let's have a look at the picture. In 1963, a large wild tea tree with a height of 32 meters and a stem circle of more than 3 meters was found in Daheishan, Monghai Bada, Yunnan Province. In 1996, 10,000 Mu, a wild Asian tea tree community, was discovered in Jiujia Qianjia Zhai, Zhenyuan County, Yunnan Province, which is the largest wild Asian tea tree community in the world. Besides the origin of plants, the second is the origin of society. That is, what will tea be used as drinking plant? When did we find out? Let's figure out. According to the history of biological evolution, the origin of tea tree has been more than 4,000 years, and some even record more than 7,000 years. Who was the first to discover and use tea? The most popular legend is that the Shenlong tasted all kinds of herb and got tea when he met 72 poisons every day. During a long day, spent roaming the forest in search of edible greens and herbs, the very divine farmer Shenlong accidentally poisoned himself 72 times. But before poisons could end his life, a leaf drifted into his mouth. He chewed on it, and it revived him. And that is how we discover tea. Or so an ancient legend goes at least. Tea doesn't actually cure poisons. But the story of Shenlong, the mystical Chinese inventor of agriculture, highlights tea's importance to ancient China. Archaeological evidence suggests tea was first cultivated there as early as 6,000 years ago. That original Chinese tea plant is the same time that grows around the world today. Yet it was originally consumed very different. It was eaten as a vegetable or cooked with green porridge. Tea only shifted from food to drink 1,500 years ago. When people realized that combination of heat and moisture could create complex and varied taste out of the leafy green. After hundreds of years of variation to a preparation method, the standard became to heat tea, pack it into portable cakes, grind into powder, mix with hot water, and create a beverage called mocha or matcha. Matcha became so popular that a distinct Chinese tea culture emerged. Tea was the subject of books and poetry, the favorite drink of emperors, and a medium for artists. They would draw extravagant pictures in the form of the tea, very much like the espresso art you might see in coffee shops today. In the 9th century, during the Tang Dynasty, a Japanese monk brought the first tea plant to Japan. The Japanese eventually developed their own unique rituals around the tea, leading to the creation of the Japanese tea ceremony. And in the 14th century, during the Ming Dynasty, the Chinese emperor shifted the standard from tea pressed into cakes to loose leaf tea. At that point, China still held a virtual monopoly on the world's tea trees, making tea one of 3 essential Chinese export goods, along with porcelain and silk. Besides Shenlong's story, there are also the origin story of Damo. From the stories and historical development, we can learn that our Chinese ancestors have gone through 4 processes to drink tea today. The first process is medicinal. Tea is picked up for medical treatment. The second stage is when the vegetables are eaten, which is called the tree pond when the vegetables are eaten. The third stage is cooking and drinking. It's like cooking soup. The first stage is to make tea now. Generally speaking, tea is a kind of drink which originated from the Shenlong. It was held in Zhou, flourished in Tang Dynasty and Song Dynasty, and in Yuan, Ming, Qing Dynasty has own style. Today, it is regarded as our national drink. as messengers of tea culture promotion. We need to understand the origin and development of tea in order to better spread tea culture. So, for today's question, do you know any other countries that have Asian tea trees?